Let's get it, boys. Now, if you continue to live the way you have, you're going to continue looking the way you do. Because the physique is simply just a direct reflection of the habits and the way you live your life right now. And your habits are a direct reflection of you as a person and your current mindset. The beauty of this is, it can all be changed. So let's fix this in this video. There are 5 things I want you to stop doing if you're serious about getting in shape. These are not going to be conventional things. I'm not going to tell you stop eating junk food and go to bed earlier. You know the basics. I'm not here to patronize you on the basics. You already know them. I'm going to give you new concepts that in order to follow. The first thing I want you to stop doing is blaming your sweet, sweet family, your sweet, sweet partner, your nice friends, and that job that served you very well. Do not blame those for the reason of the shape that you are in. It is not their fault. It is simply your fault. You are the man that is in charge of your life. You dictate what you do within those hours. You are not physically at home looking at your children the whole time you are not at work. I know you have downtime. I know you're not watching them like you are a military soldier on stag. That's not what you're doing. So you've got time. And if you haven't, you better make time. Because again, you can blame other people, but the responsibility is always your own. You are where you are in life right now because of your own doing. You can try and blame other people, it doesn't matter. You simply then outsource your ability to change your life. I couldn't think of anything worse than that myself. You must take full responsibility. Even if you've got a busy job, you must still think, it is still my fault. I will now get to it. I will make sure I make time and I will get in shape. Because people blame their family. Oh, I can't do this because of the kids and that sort of stuff. Who would the kids rather look up to? You in great shape with a lean ass six pack, or you out of shape? Which one would be a better role model? Which one do you think they would see as more of a superhero style figure? Probably the version of you that's in great shape. And you're going to have the lessons and the discipline and the character to pass down to them anyway. So you're not doing good by them by not getting in shape. If anything, you're doing them a disservice because you're limiting your potential. They will be a reflection of you and your potential. So you must go and cash that in. Do it for them. Same at work. Get in shape because you want to inspire the people around you, because you want to get to the next point, because you want people to see you as a man of discipline. How you do one thing is simply how you will do everything. So do not blame other people. Take all the responsibility on your own shoulders and do something about it. I know it's easy to blame others. We are human beings. Human beings, they like to, in the military we called it shimfing. In, I guess, real life you would call it like moaning or whining or like talking about things and stuff. That's just the way human beings are programmed, okay? However, there's a difference between whining and talking about it and doing something about it. You can bring it up. You can even moan, but as long as you're going to do something about it, fine. But do not sit and moan and do nothing about it, because that is absolutely like low level, sub-superhuman style of stuff. The next thing I want you to stop doing, the next habit you must quit, is having an erratic mind. Most of you are like a jack in the box. You decide to do one thing, you switch and decide to do another, and you're going to stop doing that and you move and do something else. You have an erratic mind. What you need is emotional stillness. To the point where, like, yes, I know this is going to be hard, but it's not going to faze me. I want you to picture that you are on a tightrope. The tightrope denotes the center line. You are from where you are now or where you want to get to, and you have to walk along the straight line to come off. Now, most people have set off on this straight line going from A to B. However, something random will come up and they will fall off the center line. They'll fall so far and down off the center line. They try and get back up, eventually they climb, they recover it. But they wasted all this time and effort coming off the center line. Some people, they never even get back or remember what the center line was because they came so far off it. Whereas what I want you to do is, when the wind is swaying you, when new ideas are coming into your brain of starting high rocks, of trying this new diet phase, of going carnivore, keto, paleo, whatever diet is you then see as the next big fad, putting your face in ice buckets, whatever you see, you just look at it and you don't act on it because you remain with emotional stillness. You remain with the maturity to say, this was the goal I wanted to get to. Why? Because I realized this was going to add X amount of benefit and value to my life. So you've already thought about the goal. You didn't just pick the goal out of thin air for it kind of sounds and looks a little bit cool. No. You align your goals to develop your character and to become that better version of you. So the need to achieve this goal is massive. So to come off it, you can understand objectively would be a bad decision. So when new things come up, new ideas, new shiny, like interesting things to go and do, you say no. You remain with emotional stillness, you stay on the center line, and you're not swayed off it. Likewise, if you're out at a social event, you can go and be at a social event. But it doesn't mean you don't need to go and consume excess calories and please other people around you. You simply keep your level of emotional stillness and you don't come off the plan. Most of you, if you had emotional stillness, would not be in the shape you are, would not be doing the random free-flowing things that you then do on a day-to-day. But you simply are so erratic with your mind, like a jack in the box, it's so hard for you to build consistency moving towards one goal. Stop that habit ASAP. The third thing I want you to do is to remove the habit and the need to eat what is known as palatable foods, foods that taste very nice. Now, why do I say this? Honestly, a boring diet is what's going to get you the result. Why? Because a boring diet is easy to stick to. A boring diet is easier to not overeat than a very highly palatable diet. If the diet is highly palatable, you're not going to want to stop eating it. And when you're in the 8th week of your dieting phase and your appetite is through the roof, it's very hard to then stop eating that nice food that you've not had enough of to satiate you and scratch the need because you're in a calorie deficit. So you're not setting yourself up for success by eating nice, palatable foods. People come and they're like, I can't eat boring foods, life is too short. No. Life is not too short. Not when you're living in alignment with how you deserve to be. Not when you walk around with the physique. Life's too short to be walking around fat, miserable and sad. And if you think eating a certain type of food is going to bring you more happiness than your daily disciplines, you are sadly mistaken. It will bring you happiness in the moment of just about to eat it, in the first few bites, but as you get towards the end, that emotion diminishes. Ever ordered a takeaway? The anticipation of the takeaway coming, knowing you haven't had one in a long time, very, very exciting. Digging into it, after just playing it up, very, very exciting. After it, regret. After it, gone. Can barely remember it. The physique, the man you had to become to get the physique, that's there with you for life. You look in the mirror every day, you rub your abs, you're there for life. You feel the benefits of this. And as a man, I can tell you right now, you can chase happiness in these small pursuits, food, travel, cars, women, money. They won't fulfill you. I've tried all of them. And while you should absolutely pursue them 100%, have them in your life, I'm not here to tell you not to have them. No. We are going to enjoy the fruits of our labor 100%. Just know that that's not where your fulfillment's going to come. My fulfillment comes from me turning up and saying, I'm going to film a YouTube video every day. And since the 29th of January last year, we filmed a YouTube video every day. That's fulfilling. When you're a man that's done the disciplines he should do, dusting yourself off after a long, hard day's work, that's where you're going to find fulfillment. You're not going to find fulfillment in sugar and palatable foods. So have the boring diet. Make the food fibrous. I.e., you have oats, you have potatoes because it packs out the meal. You have vegetables because it packs out the meal. You have berries because it packs out the meal. It's not the most palatable. It doesn't want to be. It wants to be food is there as fuel. We're not in this for taste. You want to eat for taste? Get shredded first, then go and take your missus out for a meal at a place that you couldn't cook the caliber of food that they could. That's where you eat for taste. Like you making the food at home, you're not really cooking for taste. You're just cooking because it's like it makes you feel a bit more comfortable. You don't need that. You need a simple diet that you will stick to. You will more likely stick to a diet that is less palatable than one that is not. The fourth thing you want to cut out is saying yes to people. Do not be a yes man. I think you've part understood this, and no one wants to go, oh yeah, I am a yes man. But if I was to set a camera up and watch you for a week, like it'd be countless the amount of times you were a yes man than when you shouldn't have been. Say no to people. The next words out of your mouth should be no until, you know, on an iPhone, like certain settings with the green slidey thing are set either yes or no, or to one thing or another. Like, you want to have yours all set to no or off, and that you manually have to turn them on when you thought about it. Like, if you look at turning on Wi-Fi, you think, do I need Wi-Fi? Yes. Turn on. Find Wi-Fi. However, if you're out for a run, do you need Wi-Fi on? No, because you're out running, so it stays off. You want to treat this the exact same. Everything is no. Someone comes to you, do you want to come out for a meal? No. Think about it. Would the social environment benefit your life? Would it move it forward? Can you stay on plan whilst being out? No. Okay, don't do it. Done. Simple. Look at things, again, with a little bit less emotion and a little bit more logic and tactfulness behind it, and you'll go very, very far. But if you're always someone that can't say no, I can tell you now, you'll always be fat. I can tell you this right now, because the people don't know you're trying to get in shape, and the people don't have the interest nor the mindset to get you there anyway. They're not thinking, right, we're going to go out for dinner. Oh, and so-and-so's on a diet, so what we'll do is we'll go to this location and make sure he can get this. And I already rang them up to find out they've got the calories in, so yeah, this is going to be fine, he can come. No, they're going to be like, oh, let's go out this, yeah, let's enjoy ourselves, calories, fun, laughs, la, 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 boom, boom, boom. If you're the type of person that can't say no to that thing, you're always going to be at the mercy of whoever planned the thing, and you're always going to be fat. Like, it's just the way it is. If you don't have the self-respect for you to say no to people, then you're always going to be out of shape. And that honestly, like, we can say quit these 5 habits to get lean. You need to start loving yourself first. You need to start putting you first for once in your life. You need to stop thinking you're just an absolute piece of shit and that everyone else is above you. And if people say jump, you're like, how high? You need to lose that. Because if you never fix that, I can give you the meal plan. I can even give you the mindset. It doesn't matter. It will fall on deaf ears because there's something deep underlining with you where you think you must put other people first and you're not worthy. Do you want to know how you make yourself worthy? You do the work, therefore you're worthy. You come de-weed my garden for 10 hours. I said I'll pay you £20,000. You're going to come and do it, right? At the end of it, you're going to want your £20,000 because that was the work. That was what you were promised for the work that you did. You don't like think, oh no, I did the work, but internally I'm not worthy. So no, I'm not even going to ask you for the money. I'll just sneak out your back garden door and we'll forget about it. No, you wouldn't do that. You would demand the money on the spot. Because you did the work, now you want paying for it. The same way goes for your own level of like self-love and self-worth. If you, for the next month, do 3 things that you said you were going to do, your self-worth will go up. Why? Because you've got 90 bits of evidence of work that you've done. Now you want the reward for it. But instead of monetary pounds or dollars, it's now you're going to get paid in self-worth because you've done the discipline. The only way you will truly love yourself is through daily disciplines and doing hard things. The only way you look up to people above you is because they've achieved something. The way you achieve anything in life is through being disciplined and consistent on one thing. That's how you get there. You admire the boxers that fight on TV. All they are is like walking advocates of discipline, training, nutrition, sleep, and perfecting their craft, of course. That on absolute repeat, that's how they get to where they are. That's why they're so well respected. But it was all done through discipline. You must do the discipline first to respect yourself enough to then be able to say no to the other people around you. I want you to even forward think of like, if you don't feel you're that person now, think, but I know I'm going to be. Think, have the arrogant zest about you. Think, I know I'm going to be in shape soon, so I'm going to start saying no, knowing I'm already going to be the guy that's done the disciplines, the 3 tasks a day, and now I am the man that deserves to have the self-worth, the discipline. Now I can say no. That's the way I want you to view this. That's probably the most important point out of all 5 of them. The last one is honestly just stop being soft. Like, people can try and like give you like these hacks and tactics, like quit like drugs, alcohol, whatever your vice is. Like, people can give you that. The bottom line up front is stop. Just stop being soft, right? People are scared to say it in the modern day now. I'll just tell you the way it is. From 10 years in the military, like, just stop being soft. If you're soft in the military, you get picked on, you have a shit time of it. If you're not soft and you believe like you're here to drive the force forward, you're a good character, people love you. The world is literally the same. If you act soft, people will see you as soft and they will take liberties and advantage on you. If you act soft, you then believe you are soft. Like, just cut that out your mind. It is simply a state of mind. If you believe you are hard, you are a man of discipline, you will go through life with much more like confidence about you, and you'll get things done which will then reaffirm that belief. But most of you, like, if you just act soft, you're just not going to get there. Like if you're still a little bit, oh, this is a bit hard and I need a cheat meal and I'm so fatigued and I don't know if I can do this, and you start getting all in your mind and you're feeling your emotions about this, like, you're just not going to get there. I can tell you right now. There's a reason not everyone's 10% body fat, and it's more because they're soft and they don't have the mental backbone to do it, rather than the knowledge to actually get there. The knowledge is out there. You could pick your phone up within minutes. You could have the answer on how to get in shape. The knowledge is not your issue. The issue is the person of self-worth and how soft they are. That is literally their issue. Just cut out being soft. If you want me to go deeper down the dive of like how to stop being soft, I can do. I'd like to think it's pretty black and white with this, but I can go deeper if need be. So they're the things I want you to quit in order to get lean. Notice how I've never once said junk food, although I did say lack of palatability, but that's a very specific way, because you'll still go into a diet and think, well, this is healthy and it's within my macros. No, I'm saying like, you want prison food. That's basically what I'm telling you to do. So you can see here now, everything I give is of a different standard than the average basic advice you get out online, because this is what gets results. As of today, we've just had another result come in. That's now 57 for the Gorilla Batu. If you've watched this channel for any length of time, you'll see we deliver a video on each result, and you can find us on Instagram and have a look at the results there. The reason we get the results that we do is simply because we fix these things first. We develop your character first, then everything else will follow pursuit. You do not have a knowledge issue, you have an application issue, and that comes from your character. We're here to develop characters within the Gorilla Platoon. To be honest, the vehicle we use to develop your character is the aesthetic physique. What we really want you to be is walking around this earth like a confident individual that can go and take what he wants from life. So if you want to come and join us, by the way, there'll be a link in the description. Watch the video, see if we're a good fit and you want to come and join us. Apart from that, thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and we will see you tomorrow.